Welcome my marketing stars. Today we'll be discussing all about the evaluation of marketing and the core concept of marketing. The lecture is going to be very interesting, so stay tuned. So, anybody can tell me how marketing evolved? Well, it's a modern day concept, but it has started a way back. Say, for an example, 1,000 years ago, it was a barter system. If you want to buy something, you need to give something, but that wasn't money. What was that? It may be the exchange of a goods in the return of some goods or services, or maybe something else. Just imagine in a country or in a state where there is a tradition of not getting a haircut. So, what would a barber do? Definitely nothing. He would have to migrate from the state because he is not going to get any kind of a job. Hence, this was the limitation of a barter system. And a time ago, like 400 or 500 years ago, what happened? A traditional marketplace took a place in the market. Now, I would like to teach here some two concept, that is a marketplace. When I say marketplace, I mean that it's a physical market. All right. And there is one more concept, and that is known as what? Well, it's known as that is market space. When I say market space, it means the online market that is existing today. Fine, this is a market tip for you today. Okay, now there was a limitation for that also because all the things weren't available in a proper format. Then there was the evaluation of a rupee. Now in 14 or 1600th century, India developed the currency. The first king in India was Sher Shah Suri to develop the first currency, and that was in the form of a gold, silver, and different precious metal. The first country in the entire world to develop an official currency was China, and the first currency was in a leather form. They made the coins in the form of a leather. All right. Then what happened? In 18 to 1900th century, there was a seller's market. Now, what do we understand by the seller's market? Well, seller's market means where seller is not asking to the consumer what he want. He is simply manufacturing the product in his factory and then trying to sell with the help of the promotion and the sales force to the consumer without understanding the needs of the consumer. This concept also got older. In the 20th century, we got the conventional mass media marketing. That is, when the consumer were being promoted with the help of the TV, magazine, and so on. In the last lecture, we discussed about the PDE, that was print media, digital media, and the electronic media. All right. In 21st century, there was a new age marketing. Today, what we tell as a digital marketing, or you can also tell it as a social media marketing. That can also be tell as a social media marketing. All right. Now, in recent years, that is from 2016 or so, there is a new technology that is known as a Internet of Things, that is known as Internet of Things, IoT, where what we discussed in the last lecture, that they are been recording or they are been capturing all your data. With the help of that, they have been selling you the products. Okay, so we'll be going with the next thing. So in short, what has happened? In short, it has happened that from the barter system to newspaper, from the newspaper to radio, from the radio to television, from the television to laptops, and from the laptops to the mobile phone. Fine, this is known as the evaluation of the digital era, the future of the marketing. All right. Fine. Now, if we try to nutshell it, in short, if you have to write something in your examination, we'll be portraying something like this, that how the evaluation of marketing started. The evaluation of the marketing started, that is, first was the trade production. The second was your sales era. The third was your relationship era, the marketing era, the social marketing era, and the digital marketing era. All right. Now let's take this one by one, how it started and how it's working. We'll be repeating this in the core concepts of marketing. Afterwards, we'll be talking about the philosophies of marketing. Again, this concept would be coming. So, twice we have to write it. This is a shorter concept. They would be coming in the detail. I'll repeat it. We'll be discussing again this in the philosophy of the marketing. All right, students. So, again, start with this. The first era was the trade and production era. Trade and production era means that where marketer or the seller wasn't asking about the need of the consumer, he was simply manufacturing and selling the product. All right, that the second era came was the sales era, again where the sales promotion, a strong sales force was being used to sell the products. The third was the relationship era, where a strong bonding was being created with the consumers, and then this kind of a product were being sold. The next one is a marketing era, where four P's were been focused. Fine, where four P's were been focused, that is product, price, place, and promotion. And the next one was the social media marketing. It means that Facebook, Instagram, and everything. The last but not the least, that is a digital marketing era. Digital marketing era consumes of the all your data that has been available on the social media platform has been used to cross sell the products. Okay. In short, if I want to describe everything, how can I do so? You can look upon this GIF and you'll come to know. Fine, from the old age, from the industrial era, from the internet era, and whatnot. Okay, now we'll be discussing next. This was the first part. Today we'll be starting with the next concept, that is a core marketing concept. Now there would be a bit repetition here as we have discussed in the earlier lecture about the market, also market exchange and the transaction. This we have already discussed in the last lecture, but we'll be repeating it here again. Okay, this is a diagram of a market. Okay, what do we learn from the market? There are four types of market basically, that is consumer market, business market, government market, and the global market. This we have already covered in our earlier lecture. This is again a nutshell. If somebody is asking you like what are the core concepts of marketing, so we'll be starting with this. That is the first one is your marketing, exchange, and transaction. All right. So this is the diagram of the market. And what do we learn from this? We learn this consumer market, business market, government market, and the global one. And the exchange and transaction, there should be two parties. Each party should have something. They should be capable of communicating, and each party accepts or rejects the exchange offer. I'm not going in detail because we have already discussed about this. Okay. The next concept is need, want, and demand concept. Now, this is a very, very important concept to understand because this would be definitely coming in your examination for 2 marks or in detail. You never know. All right. So, starting with the first concept, that is a need. What need describes? A need describes the basic human requirement, that is food, air, water, clothing, shelter, etc. All right, these are the basic needs of a human being. The need never change of a human. If you are thirsty, the thirst is a basic need of a human. All right, if you're hungry, hunger is a basic need of a human. Now it comes to the want. Want needs become wants when they are directed to a specific objects. For an example, need is food, but you want is a hamburger. All right, so the hamburger becomes the want. But remember, want isn't a demand. Fine, demand are wants for a specific product backed by what? A very important thing, that is your ability to pay. Fine, that is a very important aspect, that is your ability and willing to pay. For an example, many people want luxury car, only few can able and willing to buy. Now here there is a twist. What is a twist? Many would be able to buy the car, but they may not be willing to buy the car. All right, so we need to understand the stuff here. Companies must measure not only how many people want their product, but also how many would actually willing and able to buy the product. All right. See, someone may have money, but he do not want to buy a car. Many want to buy a car, but they not have a money. Fine. So that is not known as a demand. We need to check two things, that is willingness and the ability to buy a product. Marketer do not create need but influence the wants. You cannot create anybody's need. Fine, you cannot create anybody's need. What you can simply do, you can simply create the, or you can influence the want. What you want, you can influence that. Fine, that is a true marketer. Okay, so the next one, what we'll be discussing, the types of need, from the last thing, that is need, want, and demand. There can be different type of needs. So I'll be doing here. The stated need. Now, what do you mean by stated need? Stated need is that is very clear. You can tell people, okay, you can tell your parents, I need a car. That is a stated need. Real need, what is in real need? Sir, I want a car for going to work with a low operating cost. Actually, what you want, you are not buying a car, you are buying a transportation. Fine, you're not buying a car, but you're buying a transportation. All right. Unstated need, I want good after sales service from the dealer. Obviously, when you're buying a car, you don't need to mention this, that you need a good after sales service. That is very quite obvious thing. Fourth, delighted need. I want the dealer to include some gifts with the car, maybe a free insurance policy, maybe a good interior decor. That is a delighted need. And the secret need is, what is a secret need? I want a car for the status symbol. Fine, inside my mind, I know I need a transportation, but actually, why I'm buying a car? I am buying a car because I want to show people that I have a car. These are the types of need. Okay. If you have any doubt, you can please post in the Google group. You can post in the Google Classroom. Now, the second concept we are done with. Now we come to the third concept, that is the consumer value and satisfaction. Please pay high amount of the attention because this is bit twisted, bit technical. You need to understand this with a very careful attitude. All right. Now, customer value, we have divided this concept into two, that is customer value and customer satisfaction. So first we'll be discussing the value and then we'll be discussing about the satisfaction. All right. Now, the first is consumer form expectation about the value and satisfaction. All right. See, whenever we buy something, we have something in our mind that what it would be. Fine. So, what I will be getting the benefits out of it. So, remember this. When the customer gets benefit, what he gives, so he gives the cost. Fine. When you buy something, you get benefits out of that. What you are paying for that, you pay some kind of a cost. Hence, the formula is what? The formula is very easy. Sir, when I get benefit, I get two types of a benefit. That is a functional benefit and that is an emotional benefit. So, what is the functional benefit? The functional benefit can be something that is, I may tell you, functional benefit can be when you're buying a pen, actually you're buying a writing. When you're buying a pen, you're buying a writing. All right. So that is your functional benefit. When you're buying a very expensive Parker pen, so what you're buying? So you're buying a status, that becomes your emotional benefit. All right. So two things you're getting. Now what you're giving in return? Sir, I am giving first thing, what I'm giving, sir, I'm giving the money. Fine. A lot of money you're giving to buy that product. Next, what you're giving, sir, I'm giving time, because I went to two shops, I went to three shops to search for the product. Maybe I went on the internet, I found thing, and then I decided, okay, this pen is good, and finally I'm buying the product. That is what is consuming, sir, energy. When I went to a shop, I spent my internet, I spent my petrol, that is my energy cost. And the third is what? So the psychic cost, the mental thing, the mental stress what you took to decide that which pen to buy. Maybe I need to buy Pierre Cardin or I need to buy the Parker. So that includes what? That includes the psychic cost. So what you're paying? So I am paying four things, and what I'm getting is I'm getting two things. That is what? Functional benefit and the emotional benefit. So whatever the value comes here, fine, you're dividing something. So what it comes over, it may come in two things. Fine, I'll show you the diagram over here. Fine, I can explain you with an example over here. You went to buy an ice cream. What you have paid? Sir, what I have paid is a money. Fine, I took a decision whether to buy a vanilla or a chocolate. The energy has been consumed. I went walking to buy ice cream, so total time cost has been included in this. So four things I paid. What I got it, personal benefit is what, sir, I got the taste, my tongue got some taste buds, got some satisfaction. The product benefit, I bought Baskin Robin, so my product benefit, that is was there. He gave me some free tissue papers. He served me well with the air conditioner, the service benefit. And I posted the picture with the Baskin Robin outlet on my Facebook that gave me some kind of a social status. So this is what I paid and this is what I got. So whatever the decision may come, the answer may come, that would be your satisfaction. Okay, what is the satisfaction, sir? I am very happy. Fine, I am very happy. You can be dissatisfied, you can be just satisfied, or you can be delighted. Fine, that depends on you. All right, so the definition of satisfaction says what? If a person's feeling of pleasure or disappointment resulting from the comparing a product's perceived performance in a relation to his expectation. Before buying something, you have some expectation. After you buy something, you measure it, that whether you are happy or you are not happy. This is a definition. Okay, so a kind of a diagram has been created over here. Please understand this diagram very carefully. This is my satisfaction level, 3 satisfaction level. This is my expectation curve. All right, this is my expectation curve. Now this is my satisfaction level. If my product is up to the mark, sir, I am satisfied. If my product is not up to the mark, I am dissatisfied. If I am very happy than my expectation, I become delighted. So there are 3 levels of satisfaction, or maybe more. In nutshell, we can tell 3, that is satisfied, dissatisfied, or highly delighted. All right. Okay, how a customer reacts when he is happy, when he is dissatisfied, or when he is delighted. As there are 3 levels, he'll be reacting in 3 different levels. If a satisfied customer is there, what he'll do, he'll have a action that he'll buy again. Most important, he'll tell people of their good experiences. Fine, there is a saying that if a people is happy, they don't tell much people, but when they are dissatisfied, they tell thousands of people. All right. So how it happens, for an example, if you're going to watch a movie, fine, after watching a movie, what is going to happen? If you like the movie, you will just go to your Facebook, you will maybe tag watching a movie of so and so. And if you watch a movie and it's complete waste of money, you didn't like the movie at all, you're gonna tell 1,000 people, please don't go, please don't watch, you're going to overreact, you're gonna exaggerate, don't waste your money and whatnot. Fine. So this is a normal tendency of a human being, that we take strict actions if we are not happy, but when we are happy, we tell few people. So what a dissatisfied customer is going to do, sir, he's going to switch to the competitor's product. Fine, if you're not happy with the present product, you'll be definitely going to the competitor's product. You going to definitely tell about your bad experiences to another 100 people because you're not satisfied with those product. Though if somebody is not asking your opinion, but definitely you'll tell that people that you're not happy with that particular product. Fine. The delighted consumer, so when you are highly satisfied, you share their best experience with the peer group. Now, you need to understand this, what peer group is. Your colleagues, your friends, your neighbors, and whatnot. Fine. Those who resides beside you, they are considered as a peer group. All right. So these are 3 reactions of a consumer, what he's going to do after he is happy or not with the product. All right. Now, the last one for the core marketing concept is a market offering. Now, you need to understand this offer is not 1+1 free offer. This offer means that what the bundle of benefit a marketer is providing to the consumer. Fine, please understand, I'll repeat it. This means that what are the total bundle of benefit a marketer is providing to a consumer. See, when you are buying a mobile phone, you are not simply buying a mobile phone, you are also buying the after sales service with that mobile phone. All right. So the product plus the service becomes the total market offering. You need to understand this stuff. All right. Now, what a marketer can offer to the consumer? So he can offer some product, he can offer some services, he can offer some information, he can offer some experience. All right. Say for an example, when you're going to a Chroma to buy a mobile phone, he is showing you the mobile phone in display. So that is what? So that is the information also, that is the experience also to use that particular product. Afterwards, when you buy the product from him, he also provides the after sale service to you. So this everything becomes the total offering from the Chroma. Fine. To And then they decided that whether you're satisfied with the service, whether you're satisfied with the product, whether you're satisfied with the information, or you are satisfied with the experience, the total experience of buying from the retail store Chroma. All right. He is not alone selling the mobile phone, he's selling the total bundle of benefit. All right. Now, what can include in offering? So as we have discussed this earlier also, product is equal to goods. Now what goods can include? So it can include FMCG, that is fast movable consumer goods. It can include electronics and whatnot. There are thousands categories of the goods. Services, so it can be a banking services, it can be a airline services, or it can be a hotel services. Fine. So when you go to a hotel, for an example, when you're going to a hotel, I'm not talking about a restaurant, I'm talking about a hotel. So when you go to a hotel, you book a room, so you're not alone buying a room. Fine. What actually you're buying a sleep. Fine. A good air conditioning, a good bathroom, a good breakfast, maybe that is complimentary. Fine. A good lobby, a good reading room, and whatnot. So that is a total bundle of benefit you're buying. All right. So what else can be offered? Sorry, a person's advice can be offered. Fine. Now, what is expert advice? When I say expert advice, what do I mean? So the consultancy that has been required. All right. Consultancy of a person, places, as we have discussed in the last lecture also, that some city, go Goa, go Malaysia, and welcome to the Kerala, the God's own land. So even people can be offered, organizations like I am, as I said, information, Google, experiences. Now what is experience? This is bit new in understanding it. What can be an experience? All right. Experience can be an example when you go to Disney World. Fine. When you are going to a Disney World, you look at a wonderful rides, you see some cartoon characters. Fine. You have a good lunch. And for an example, if you're taking a Harley Davidson ride, so you are not buying anything, you are simply buying an experience over there. Fine. Now how does this experience work? See, read here, that dazzles your senses, touch their heart, and stimulate their minds. That is a brand image. Fine. Why Hollywood has that kind of a the Hollywood studios have that kind of a good image. Fine. In South, when you go to the Hyderabad, fine, there is a huge set of Bahubali. Fine. People are going there to see it. Why? Because they want to take an experience. Fine. When you go to a museum, what is a museum? It's a center of an information, what has happened in history. Right. So these are the kind of a total market offering that a marketer is offering to the consumer. All right. Now I have a homework, what you have already seen. Nothing, no rocket science here. What you need to go, just go to the Google, search what do you understand by the marketing myopia. This is simply for your information. Just try to remember it. Maybe it could come in your examination. Right. And for any other kind of a query, you can drop your query to the Google Classroom, or you can write an email, or you can visit the website and fill the query form. We'll be definitely getting back to you. All right. Thank you. Till that, happy marketing.